Experts claim that they have deciphered the WOW alien signal that has arrived from space. In relation to a program for the search for extraterrestrial civilizations and the decoding of the cosmic signal WOW, experts on the topic of extraterrestrial contacts, Yuri Grigoriev and Anna Azaza, told Pravda chief editor Ina Ovikova how to make contact with alien inhabitants. Just wow? You have created a program to search for extraterrestrial civilizations. Tell us about it, please. AA says the program for search for extraterrestrial civilizations was not created by us, but by the United States of America. In New York, a SETI-related astrophysics program is underway that is seriously looking for signals from space. About 400 signals have been received over the past few years. 400. But SETI has not been able to decrypt them. We found out that these messages are decrypted not in English, but in Russian. What? That's the first I've heard of them. No wonder the English-speaking people couldn't figure out what they were. So this is what they said. The most mysterious signal was received in the USA in 1977. It is WOW. Using cryptography, we found out its meaning. Warning of an impending global catastrophe, a hint that the level of human intelligence does not yet correspond to getting in touch with a more developed civilization. Signal WOW is quite short. How could it fit so much information? UG says using cryptography from a small volume, you can extract a lot of information, like from an archived file. Plus, information already at our disposal was tied to this signal. The main message was the message that humanity is being tested for its ability to maintain contact. Naturally, in 1977, Earthlings did not pass this test. Since then, the signal has not been decrypted. We were able to do this only in 2010. Before one of the conferences found the signal WOW, and in fact it was decrypted in a day. Decryption is still in progress, but the main message is known, a test for the ability to communicate and a warning about an impending disaster to which we have come as close as possible. Who received the signal? Who received this signal? Where was it recorded and where is it located? What does it look like? Is it radio waves or something else? AA says yes, waves. Scientists believe that the signal was from the constellation Sagittarius, that is, from the center of our Milky Way galaxy. UG says the signal was received using a radio telescope at the observatory of the University of Ohio. Now there is a museum of this signal. The film Contact was made on the subject based on the novel by Carl Sagan, who participated in sending a signal to space in Arecibo in 1974. Now, WOW response came in 1977, after only 3 years. When we presented our work at a scientific conference, our colleagues were doubtful in the result of our study because scientists believe that a response should come in no less than 50,000 years. Did you know about UFOs in the USSR? In Soviet times, scientists were engaged in secret developments on this topic, although, of course, such information was not advertised, and in today's Russia, no one is dealing with this problem. AA said, in the 60s, research institutes were created in the wake of interest in space issues. Our father, the founder of Soviet ufology, Vladimir Azaza, often spoke at closed physical and astrophysical institutes. In the 90s, the UFO Center was created, and it was headed by Vladimir Azaza. My father had close ties with the Soviet military, says the writer, naval, ground forces, air defense. Sacks of letters came to him from all over the Union and from other countries. In them, people talked about meetings with UFOs. In other words, they had UFO encounters. It was a question of disks and balls, which influenced the electromagnetic impulses of the Earth's technology, could stop the engines of machines, influenced the human consciousness. In the 90s, books were published about these meetings, conferences were held, but they were not successful, and the UFO theme was transferred to the mythological genre. In fact, everything that happens on the planet, including the pandemics, has one root in the root, the lack of full contact with extraterrestrial worlds. Representatives of another civilization are trying to get in touch with us, but we are not opening the door on our part. They in turn cannot open it by force. Call them, open the door. How can we make contact and open the door? How can we respond? UG says, in 1974, scientists from the Arecibo Observatory sent a radio signal to the constellation Hercules with information about a person, the Earth, technology. That was a request like, if someone is there, please answer us. 3 years later, the answer came. It's logical that now an answer is expected from us. At the same time, representatives of another civilization are watching how we react. They see us live, and we do nothing, continue to call them green men and laugh and joke about this. What should we do, and what do you think? Send a spaceship? UG says no, we need only a serious discussion on this topic. One must understand that extraterrestrial contact is a natural phenomenon, as a person sooner or later leaves the house, so he must go beyond the planet. The problem is that in the territory of the former Soviet Union, less than 10 people deal with this issue, of which 3 or 5 are in Moscow. When we turn specifically to these people, they flatly refuse to work with the information we provided. Astrophysicists have their own point of view on the signal from extraterrestrial civilizations, and they do not consider the data from experts from other reliable areas. And the source of this is Pravda newspaper, a Russian newspaper, Pravda meaning truth, and this is on Soul Ask. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. I didn't even know that this signal was decoded because it was somehow in the Russian language. That's the first time I've heard of that. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.